Hello and welcome back to our Octopath Traveller playthrough. In our last episode we came to the village of Saintsbridge for Ophelia's Chapter 2. We helped out the kiddies of the town, rebirthed the flame, and we're now back on a little pilgrimage to the next town. That being said, we're going into Ha'anit's second chapter. So, let's get a move on, shall we? We are heading all the way over here to Stonegard. Ulrich thinks to himself, that's right, I had business here. And we are going to go ahead with Ha'anit's Chapter 2. You travel to Stonegard where your master Za'antar was headed when he penned his first and only letter, and so your search begins. So Ha'anit and her two little pets wander alone into town. The story so far. And so Ha'anit set forth in search of Za'antar. Master, the closest thing to a father she had vanished while pursuing the baleful fiend Red Eye, and the huntress has vowed to find him and bring him home. The direwolf Hagen, Za'antar's ever-faithful companion, had returned to their village, but alone. It was enough to make Ha'anit fear the worst. In the first and only letter he wrote before disappearing, Za'antar had mentioned the town of Stonegard, and so Ha'anit followed her master to the highlands, but to what avail? Ha'anit says, Stonegard. This is where master said he would sojourn. Well, Hagen, dost thou perceive his scent? Hagen thinks to himself, then grumbles a bit. Ha'anit thinks to himself, thinks to herself, something about this place confuseth and troubleth thee, but no matter. Thou hast done well to bring us here. Now it is my turn to lead in the hunt. But this is a large and sprawling settlement, not like our forest home. Linda roars. Ha'anit says, Now, child, thou needest not fear. We will ask in the people. Someone is bound to knoweth of master. Linda roars his agreement.
Well,
Ha'anit says, I'm glad thou agreest. Now, where to begin in the search? The alehouse, of course. If master is known anywhere in this town, it would be there. We need to make for the tavern.
oh, hello.
The townsperson says, Welcome to Stonegard, the largest settlement in all the highlands. We're home to some of the realm's largest binderies, so expect to meet your share of craftsmen during your stay. Very well then.
Here we are.
True Believer asks, have you ever heard tell of the burial site of the Ventus Kings? Some folks say it lies in the place people call the Tomb of Kings. Of course, no one I know has actually been there. The horrible beasts lurking about tend to keep the visitors away. Let's just take around. Oh, a chest. One inspiriting plum.
Welcome.
The tavern keeper asks, "What can I do for you, lassie?"
Greetings.
Heart says, "A bowl of that broth, if thou wouldst, and answering me a question."
All right.
The tavern keeper nods. The broth is easy enough. As for answers, you'll have to ask the question before I can tell you if I have any.
So then,
Heart asks, "Knowest thou of a hunter named Zaanta? I believe he sojourned here some moons ago." Tavern keeper thinks, then says, "Aye, I know him, but I ain't seen him around for a spell now. Heard he'd taken to visiting a woman named Natalia. She's got a house on the edge of town."
so then,
Heart thinks to herself, "Natalia? This name is unfamiliar to me." Then she nods to herself and says, "I thank thee, landlord." The tavern keeper says, "If you don't mind me prying, lassie, you don't happen to be his apprentice, do you?"
yes.
Harley nods. "I am."
Ah.
The tavern keeper says, "I knew it. He used to talk all about you all the time, he did, when he was in his cups. Apprentice who's nothing like him, strict and straight as an arrow, no time for foolishness and folly, he'd say. As soon as you mentioned his name, I reckoned you was one and the same, with you matching his description and all." Neat says, "I'll take that as a compliment."
Indeed.
The tavern keeper laughed. "Will you now?"
Oh,
Neat goes outside the tavern and asks, "What is it, Hagen?" Hagen growls and runs off. Linda growls.
Damn.
Neat says, "Something has happened. Come on, girl. We must follow in him." And off they go. By which I mean off we go. Nope. No chests in here. We stop at the bridge.
Hoy.
Nathan's bodyguard shouts, "Shoo, you mangy beasts. Go on, bugger off." Hagen growls in warning.
At your service.
Nathan says, "My dearest Natalia, what a delightful coincidence. Fancy running into each other here."
how are you?
Natalia says, "Aye, fancy that. I was just, returning from the market."
It is an honor.
Nathan says, "Oh, but what a burden you are shouldering. My dear, you must allow me to deliver it for you. That is, I'll have my man here do it naturally."
Nay.
Natalia says, "I'm most honoured, sir, but you needn't." Nathan says, "My lady, I insist. I could not forgive myself if you were to strain a muscle." Nearby townsperson says, "'Pon my honour, his worship never gives up, does he?"
Right.
Another townsperson says, "Poor lass has caught the eye of the wrong sort. Bound to happen with her fair looks turning every man's head."
Not so.
The first townsperson says, "He's a wolf draped in silks, and that soldier is to make sure he don't fall afoul of the husbands and fathers."
Oh.
The second townsperson says, "There ain't no refusing him once he's got the scent. Remember the miller's daughter?"
Oh ho!
Neat thinks to herself, "So that's it, Hagen." Thou knowest this woman, and thou art trying to help in her. Wise creature that thou art, thou seest that she is in trouble, and so thou wilt to scare an off soldier. Harkin growls protectively.
So then,
Heartbeat asks, "Is that right, Harkin?" Harkin growls affirmatively.
understood.
Heartbeat says, "Then let me help." Harkin growls again in affirmation. Heartbeat thinks to herself, were a fearsome beast to appear in before him, that soldier wouldn't flee. Happenstance for which no one could be blamed. Hello, me old China.
Nay.
Nathan's bodyguard says, Nathan's bodyguard says, "Afraid I can't allow you through. Move along now." That's all right. Do you happen to have seen this creature before? Harneet says, "Go forth, my friend." Nathan's bodyguard stammers, "I wasn't prepared for monsters."
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted. Letting my arrow fly and true.
How about a Linda there? Ow.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Letting the hunt begin.
Ow.
What next?
Next indeed.
Coming, if thou darest. Coming.
Linda.
What next?
Ow.
Letting the hunt begin. What next?
Enjoy the segling. Oof.
Letting my arrow fly and true. What next? What next? Holding back nothing. Coming, if thou darest. Coming, if thou darest. What next? I will not be thy prey, letting the hunt begin. Coming.
Yeah, that's it. Then we'll use double meep. Ow.
Letting the hunt begin. Letting the hunt begin. Letting my arrow fly true. Come in, if thou darest. Letting my arrow... Holding back nothing. Come in, if thou darest. Letting my arrow fly and true. Coming.
Excellent mossy leap. He's gone.
I will not be letting my arrow fly and true. 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 What next?
Really needed to update. It's anyway.
What next? Coming. I will not letting my arrow fly and true. Missed me.
Yes, he did. We'll use that.
This will help it. Come in, if thou darest.
And another. Great.
This will help it. Miss it, letting the hunt beginning. What next? Letting my arrow fly and true. Holding back nothing.
Full power, Linda.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Letting the hunt beginning.
Ready, scored.
The hunt endeth.
Yes, it does. Dust. Thing.
Oh!
The bodyguard falls back. A monster in the middle of town? Nathan cries, "Hey, where are you going? I paid good money for you." And runs off after his soldier. Hagen growls in front of Natalia.
Hagen?
Natalia asks, "Hagen, where have you been? You left so sudden, and I've had no tidings of neither of you since. Where is your master, Hagen? Where's Anta?"
Greetings.
Hagen steps forward and says, "Thou must be Natalia. I needed to speak with thee."
Oh?
Natalia asks, "Oh, and who might you be?"
Greetings.
Harneet says, "I am Zaanta's apprentice. I've travelled here from the Darkwood."
You don't say.
Natalia asks. His apprentice, you say? Harneet nods. Then Natalia continues. Then you must be Harneet. I've heard tell of you. Harneet does not know what to say. And then says, So Master spake of me.
Aye.
Natalia nods. Aye, said you were a fine young huntress and learning fast, no matter his ham-fisted teaching. Harneet says, to reason others whilst belittling himself. That soundeth like master. Natalia laughs. Aye, he's a good man, but as guileless as a beet.
So then...
Harneet says, guileless, yes. Fatuous also, with a weakness for wine and dice. And yet, he is honest and noble, and handleth the bow with the best of them.
'Tis true.
Natalia says, Aye, you speak the truth there. So where is the old rascal? If Hagen's here, he can't be far. Hagen growls sadly.
The truth is...
Harneet says, Hagen returned to our village alone. I've come here in search of master.
What?
Natalia asks, What? Good gods, has something happened to the man? Harneet says, I was hoping that thou couldst help me answer that.
Huh.
Natalia says, I fear I may not be much help, but I'm happy to tell you all I know.
Forgive me.
Harneet asks, Can we talk in at thine home? Letting me carry some of that.
Thank you.
Natalia says, Oh, why thank you.
Huh.
And now they're at Natalia's home. Natalia says, I wish there was more I could tell you. Last I heard, he was heading for the forest out in the hills yonder. Then, nothing.
Perchance.
Harneet asks, When was this?
'Tis true.
Natalia replies, 3 months, I'd say, give or take. He'd disappeared before, only to show up all of a sudden a few days later. I thought this time would be the same, but then the days turned to weeks, and the weeks to... Harneet sighs sadly. Then she goes on, I beg thee forgive my bluntness, but how dost thou knowest him? Natalia replies, My husband died not so long ago. Zahanta was a friend of his. My husband, you see, was a soldier in service to the realm. They met when hunting monsters and... Well, they shared a love of hunting and ale, so they had much to talk about down at the alehouse. Then my husband grew sick, and... After the funeral, Zahanta started calling from time to time, and I appreciated the company, truth be told.
Understood.
Harneet says, Oh. Natalia laughs. Am I embarrassing you, dear? I suppose he's like a father to you. Harneet thinks. Then says, He was my teacher, but I have no kin. I was alone in the world. Master took me in, cared for me, raised me as a hunter. Perhaps he only did so because he wanted to pass it on his knowledge, the hunting lore that he had learned from his own ancestors.
So,
But yes, to me, he's like the father I never had.
Oh?
Natalia says, you must be worried sick, him being gone so long with no word. Anit says, I am. Thank thee for thine help, but now I must take my leave. I'm going to the forest, though surely the trail is cold by now.
Well, well.
Natalia says, do take care of yourself, my dear.
Yes.
Anit says, I will. She starts leaving before pausing. She asks, may I ask one more favour? When thou next seest him, do not tell him what I said today.
Oh?
Natalia asks, you mean about him being like your father-in-law? I don't see where the harm is. Anit replies, he would never let me live it down. Natalia laughs. I doubt it's true now that you mention it. He's just the sort who tease a poor girl for speaking her heart. All right, it'll stay our little secret then. Anit nods and says, thank thee. Exit the town to the north and make for the Spectre Wood. I see. Townsperson says, you look like you got some fight in you. Could be wrong, though. Oh, really?
A good day to you.
The papermaker says, paper is a rare sight for some. Those my age can remember the days when everyone was writing on parchment. Sure. Okay. Elemental robe might be nice. Well, caster types. No, I think we'll hold off again. Let's see, what do we need? We need Glimmer and Awakening sound. Alright. Tobias laughs. They're keeping his eyes busy. I'll just... Huh? Who the... I mean, can I help you with something?
Hello there.
A townsperson says, to the north is the Manor District. Go west and you'll reach the entrance, or exit I suppose, of the town. Well, thank you.
Huh?
The apothecary says, people in these parts work themselves sick. I wish they would take better care of their health. Gee, there's a lot of people up here.
Sorry.
Townsperson says, this way is barred. We'll need to find another path. Well, if you say so. All fine on your own.
Hello.
Townsperson says, if you continue down this way, you'll find a street lined with bookbinderies.
And thus,
There's also an inn and a tavern for the people that work there and the scholars who come to buy books.
How do you do?
Erin says, this town is vibrant and great for doing business. I sell raw materials to the bookbinderies,
Yes.
and then I sell the finished books to the scholars. The place sure keeps me busy.
So you see,
The erstwhile bodyguard says, to be a house guard for highborns, you've got to earn a name for yourself just as a man can be trusted. You've got to earn a name for yourself as a man that can be trusted. Well, after I failed to protect my master, you can well imagine what my name was worth. Yes. Honest Youth says, the old man over there says he was a sellsword once, long ago. Says he used to be a house guard for highborns. The Landars or something like that, though they don't live around here no more. Nathan's bodyguard says, Lord Nathan's fondness for the ladies causes us no end for trouble. I imagine it doesn't. I've got a healing grey bear from that chest.
hello.
Hunter says, this countryside is excellent for hunting. Why, just the other day I caught me the finest young goatling.
Well, you see,
Townsperson says, apparently there's a cave deep in the mountains where the Lord of the Forest lived. Handy to know. Townsperson says, the common folk reside at the bottom of this stairway. It is tough to trudge up these stairs each day. I see.
Greetings.
Cleric asks, did you know that the first flame was brought down from the heavens by Aelfric himself? It was the same Aelfric who did seal away Goldera the Fallen and restored light to our fair Ostera. I see.
Hello.
Patrician Youth says, well be with you, friend. Do you have business with me? Rumourmonger asks, how now then? Want to hear something curious? Rumour is there's a direct descendant of the Ventus kings residing in this very town. Can't say I know much about kings, nor history for all that, but it'd be a rum thing if true, wouldn't you say? Well, yes. Yes, so...
A fine day to ye.
The neighbourly grandpa says this town be famous for its bindery. Scholars come from all over come here. I think we talked to you before and I mispronounced binderies.
Oh, hello.
Townsperson says the common folk live down that way to the east. You'll find the smithy and the provisioner as well. That's oddly handy to know. Oh. There's a lot of books in here.
hello there.
Bindery employee says, everyone knows the bindery I work at. It's the grandest in town. Oh, good for you, lad. Good for you. Let's just rest for Harneet. need to head to the Spectre Wood. So we need to go back in. Oh dear, already lost. That's not a good thing. But it is a common thing. So it must be out this way. Oh yes. Spectrewood Path, danger level 26. And we've got 5,000 monies. Yay! Money is too tight to mention.
Letting us begin.
Oh. Punk
Out of my
rats.
way.
Punk rats. Let's try a trade tempest just to see.
The winds of fortune howl.
Nothing. Okay, let's. Ow.
Now then,
Try level slash.
I will cut you down!
Bring it on!
How about luminescence? Oh,
Come in, if thou darest.
alright. How about rain of arrows?
Raining arrows up on them.
That was a lot of distance.
Out of my way.
Let's see. How about wildfire? No?
Ye cats!
First
That'll
aid
do
for
her.
Elfin.
Letting the hunt beginning.
Let's summon a cliff birdie and two.
Victory shall be
Not
mine!
weak to daggers neither. And another first aid for
You
Elfin.
shall be healed!
Oh! Ow!
Battle is truly joined!
That's a bit nasty. Vivify. For
Rise again and again!
What's the big idea?
Come in, if thou darest.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's do a heal.
The miracle of health. What's the big idea? Here goes nothing.
Quite an icicle.
Cool off.
Nope.
Come in, if thou darest.
Thunderbird.
Lightning, done my bidding.
Oh, it is weak to lightning. Okay. How about one of these backrats? Are they weak to fire? No.
The battle is truly joined!
Spider Lance. Oh, he is weak to the lance. There we go.
Have at you!
Just going to maximum attack.
My blade is unbending!
I'll leave a fly.
Using this.
Here goes nothing.
Maximum heal more.
Let's get down to work. The miracle of health. Ow! Here goes nothing.
Good lord. Okay. Vivify if he...
That's what I'm here
buttoning.
for.
Now then,
And a first aid.
you shall be healed.
Out of my way.
Try this.
Right. Alright.
Out of my way.
Let's attack him.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
We need... some serious upgrades is what we need.
Come at you.
Yes. First aid
You
alpha.
shall be healed.
He gets. That'll do her.
The battle is truly joined.
Okay, with to axes.
Coming, if thou best.
No, that...
Letting the hunt beginning.
not what I wanted, but what I got.
Using this.
The battle is truly joined.
I'm ready. Are you?
Letting the hunt beginning.
My turn.
Now then,
He gets.
Maximum heal. Nope.
The
What?
miracle of
Because
health.
he doesn't have. No. He doesn't have enough.
Here goes nothing.
Spiriting plum.
Here goes nothing.
victory shall be mine.
Okay, we'll just amputate this rat.
My blade is unbending.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, no, we're going to have to flee. All right. That's a sorry sight, isn't it? Right, yes. I'm going to call an end to the episode here. Do a bit of levelling off screen. And return when we don't get quite so easily clobbered. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next episode to carry this circus on.